कभी प्यार तो इंसाफ मेरा कर दिया, या कभी था ही नहीं साफ मना कर दिया। ओ बेदर्दिया यार बेदर्दिया, ओ बेदर्दिया यार बेदर्दिया, बेदर्दिया यार बेदर्दिया, ओ बेदर्दिया यार बेदर्दिया।
In 400 meters, turn right.
Good morning, everyone. This is our second last day of our road trip, and essentially we've completed our road trip because we are back in Paris. So the only bit that is essentially left is taking the car back to the airport. But before we go to the airport, we have 2 more days in Paris where we're going to explore the city, and we're extremely excited to show you around. So we're beginning today with the Palace of Versailles. Or Versailles, as few people call it. It's a proper noun, you can just call it as you want. So we are on our way there, and that's where we'll begin. So elegant, so beautiful, just looking like a yellow. It's looking yellow, so I had to stay true to the accent, original accent.
On the same scale as the palace. When King Louis XV moved to Versailles, he broke with strict court etiquette and fitted out smaller apartments for more comfort and privacy.
Yeah. Nice.
20 euros each.
All
And
right.
they've also given a map, which we'll open and we'll see. Wow, so pretty. I know where we have to go. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. The Palace of Versailles, or Château de Versailles, is one of the most iconic and historically significant landmarks in France, built by Louis le Vau and Jules Hardouin-Mansart in the French Baroque style. It features intricate stonework, gilded details, and an abundance of classical statues. It also houses the iconic Hall of Mirrors, which is 73 meters long and adorned with 357 mirrors, magnificent chandeliers, and stunning frescoes. The King's Grand Apartment and the Queen's Apartment are lavishly decorated with period furniture, tapestries, and artwork. The Garden of Versailles, spanning nearly 800 hectares, are as famous as the palace itself. Highlights include manicured lawns, geometric flower beds, fountains, sculptures, and the Grand Canal in the distance. Located about 20 kilometers from Paris, it was originally a hunting lodge built by King Louis XIII in 1623 and was then transformed into a magnificent palace by his son Louis XIV. It served as the royal residence and the seat of political power from 1682 until the French Revolution in 1789. In fact, the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, which ended World War I, also took place here. It's definitely a must-see if you're in Paris and has great connectivity from Paris via train and even public buses. Monday is the only day that the palace is shut. 2-3 tips if you're coming here: arrive early to avoid long queues, wear comfortable shoes as exploring the estate involves extensive walking, and while buying your tickets, opt for audio guide as it enhances your experience by providing historical context. At the end of your trip, do visit the souvenir gallery from where you can take home a piece of the palace's grandeur. The souvenirs range from books and stationery, perfumes and beauty products, fashion and accessories, as well as home decor and gourmet gifts. Remember, these are a bit extravagantly priced, but if you have loved the palace, you wouldn't want to not pick up something for yourself. On Sangeeta's part, she bought these beautiful earrings.
This is a combination of this and SPF, is it?
Alors, yes, with SPF, without SPF.
Okay, but the texture is the same.
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 Product.
Perfect. So, do you have a bigger one in this? No. This is only size. Cool. So guys, City Pharma is a very popular pharmacy which is conveniently located in the heart of Paris and a very short walk from the Latin quarters. It is well known among locals and tourists, and they offer a wide range of French skincare essentials, hair care products, over the counter medication, and cosmetics at very highly discounted prices. It has a strong reputation among international travelers who often stock up on French beauty products, and I was here for exactly the same thing. A small advice to anyone visiting City Pharma: firstly, make a list of all the things that you want because the store is usually very crowded, and having a list helps to streamline your experience. And secondly, if you are an international traveler, do not forget to secure your tax refund certificate, which you can then redeem during your departure from the airport, and you can save almost 20% on your spends over and above the in-store discount. Also, remember that City Pharma is shut on Sundays and is open on rest all days up to 7 p.m. Happy shopping! We are now at the Latin Quarters to tour the Shakespeare and Company bookstore in Paris, and it's one of the most iconic literary landmarks. It is located just steps from the Seine River and across from Notre Dame Cathedral, and is a charming haven for readers, writers, and dreamers. To be noted, it has no connection to William Shakespeare whatsoever, but the first Shakespeare and Company bookstore, which was closed during World War II, was frequented in the early 1900s by the likes of Ernest Hemingway and James Joyce. The current one borrows its name from the original bookstore, which has now become a meeting point for writers and artists. The store sells new and second-hand books alike and stocks everything from classic novels and contemporary fiction to philosophy, poetry, and rare editions. Upstairs, there is a small reading room and a piano, creating a space where one can linger, write, or simply soak up the ambience. We did the same and befriended two folks from England and Italy, and the piano you're hearing here is actually the store piano being played by one of the visitors. Whether you're searching for your next read or simply looking for inspiration, this legendary spot is a must visit in Paris.
Akshay!
Well, as much as we would like to continue our last day in Paris in this vlog, given the length of this vlog, we have decided to shift it to a new vlog. So stay tuned and come back next week to know about a beautiful French cafe that we visited, our experience at the Trocadero, Arc de Triomphe and Champs-Élysées. Until then, toodles!